Hello, friends. Welcome to day 5 of the blog audit. I'm kind of sad that this is the last day. I actually had so much stuff I wanted to cram into this week, and I ended up trying to trim it back a little bit because I didn't want it to get too overwhelming. So maybe we'll have to do another one of these soon because I just feel like there's so much stuff I want to share. But hopefully it's been helpful so far as you think about analytics and user experience and email lists and all of that stuff. And I know it can probably feel a little bit overwhelming. I know when it comes to blogging, there are just so many things that you have to think about, and sometimes it can just feel like there's just too many things. And so I wanted to end by sharing some of my favorite tools that have just made it a lot easier for me to get things done throughout the week, automate some things so that I don't have to think about it, or just some tools that have helped me kind of step up my game. Some of these I've talked about in the Facebook group before, so they might sound familiar. I will include all of the links to these in today's email, so it'll be easy to find. But I wanted to just share a few of my favorites. So the first one is called Social Warfare, and it is a WordPress plugin that allows you to add the share buttons to the top of your post. So it adds a place where people can just click once to share on Facebook or Twitter, or since I'm a food blogger, I use sites like Yumly where people can save recipes. And that's been a great tool. I actually subscribe to the paid version. I think it's $39 a year, but it lets you do some cool customization things. So I can add a Pinterest image, so something that doesn't show up in the post when you're scrolling, but when somebody clicks to save a pin, if they want to pin their recipe to Pinterest, I can choose what image they're sort of like forced to pin, which might sound like kind of crazy, but I know what images will perform best on Pinterest, and so I can pick a custom image. I usually pick a vertical image that has some text at the top that explains what it is, and I can create the description. So that way when someone pins something, it's using the best image and optimized text, like text that includes the right keywords. If you don't have a plugin like that, there are some other ways to get around it. But if you're not using anything, then what can happen is when somebody clicks their little browser bookmarklet for Pinterest, it will just pick an image. Like they could pick any image from your site and it'll just show the alt text description. So if you're using the alt text to describe like this is a mixing bowl, then when someone pins it, that's going to be the description, which means that people probably won't find it later. So that's the main reason why I've been using Social Warfare. So I just wanted to mention that one. The second thing I want to talk about is Tailwind. You guys probably know that I am obsessed with Tailwind. This has been huge for growing my Pinterest following. I have gotten so much more traffic since using Tailwind. But the main thing I want to talk about in Tailwind is tribes. So there is a section of Tailwind, which is actually free. You don't have to be a Tailwind subscriber to participate in this, where you can create tribes where you invite people to share their pins into this tribe, and then you share their pins out and add your pins to the mix. So I just said pins like 100 times, so let me clarify. So I have a group, there might be like 60 people that are all sharing their pins into this tribe. You can share, let's say, one-to-one pin. So you share one pin of someone else's, and then someone else will share one of yours. So it's a great way to not only find content to share to your Pinterest page, but also to get your own content scheduled out by other bloggers or people that probably have a following similar to yours. I could go on all day with Tailwind. So if you have specific Tailwind questions, let me know. And I've done a video of Tailwind before, so I can send you that link if you need it. But if you're trying to grow your Pinterest audience, which you should be, then definitely check out Tailwind. It's just been like such a game changer. The third thing I want to talk about is called Streak, and this is actually a plugin for Gmail, and it lets you do some cool things in your inbox. So the main thing I like it for is it lets me see when somebody has opened my emails, which might sound like a little creepy, but it lets me see specifically when I am pitching a sponsor. So a lot of times I will reach out to a PR company or a company that I really like, and I'm like, hey, I have this idea for a collaboration. Here's some ways we could work together. Let me know what you think. And if I use Streak, then I can see when they open it and if they open it. And so this is really helpful because it helps me figure out if my subject line is working. If people aren't opening my email, then I might want to try a different subject line. Or if they're opening the email, then I need to figure out, are they responding? And if not, then maybe I need to like switch up my copy. Or maybe they opened it, but they didn't respond and it's been 5 days. I can set Streak to give me a little notification in Gmail that says, no response after 5 days. Do you want to reply? And then I could just reply back and be like, hey, just wanted to make sure you got this email, blah, 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 because we all know we're busy and sometimes we open an email and we mean to respond, but we forget. And so Streak just has some really helpful automated reminders, but also some interesting like analytics and visuals to help you know how your emails are performing. So that's not necessarily something that you would use with your email list. You could use a program like MailChimp to check your open rates. This is more for like one-to-one emails. So that one is called Streak and it is also free. And it's just been super helpful, specifically more on like the pitching sponsors and sales side of things. There's a few more tools that I included in today's email, but I won't go through them here. If you have any questions or if you have a tool that you love and you think other people would love it too, leave it in the comments below because we would love to hear it. I hope that this weekly blog audit has been helpful, and hopefully it's given you some good resources and food for thought. I'm going to be sending out a survey for you to just fill out. Let me know what was helpful, what wasn't, what information you want more of or less of. I would love any questions or feedback or comments or ideas that you have because I really want this group to be a place where you can learn and grow and share ideas and help each other. So thank you so much for participating in this 5-day blog audit, and be on the lookout for some other challenges and workshops in the future. I'll talk to you guys soon.